Y'all, I'm spinning the block again. I'm spinning it again. So yeah, I dropped this video about like probably 24 hours ago where I talk about how I don't think Aaron Pierre should not have been casted as Green Lantern, John Stewart. And I posted it on my Twitter and then I posted it here on YouTube. And I must have really struck a nerve because a lot of people are mad. And to me, it was like collectively black people and white people like got together. They're like, yeah, we gonna jump this dude. Like they shook hands and was like, yeah, we jumping this dude. And y'all really lived out this meme. This meme here. Now it's becoming my favorite meme at this point. This is y'all. This is you guys. This is y'all. This is white folks and black people. And when I mean black people, I really mean like Pan-Africanist black people, or you could be, Caribbean, you could be African, you could even be Black American. And your perspective is, I definitely blame Marcus Garvey for y'all. And I want you guys to, I really want you to open your mind, maybe change your viewpoint. I know for years it's been like, oh, black is black. So everything should just be black. Everything is black, flat blackness. And this conversation, I know in the grand scale of things, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not about to cry about this dude playing Green Lantern. I'm just not going to support it, but it's like the big picture here where we have such an attachment to race, where we kind of go bonkers when someone is like kind of standing 10 toes about their specific ethnicity. And I don't think it's every group. I think that when Black Americans start to gatekeep, everyone just gets in a frenzy, because I really think a lot of y'all enjoy using Black American culture, Black American vernacular, and using it as your own. I think this is just an extension of that. Y'all really should not have gotten all this crazy. Like, I think that's what baffles me, is that, like, I feel like if I was Japanese, and I really want to break it down to y'all for real. So I just want you guys to work with me here. So, okay, Shogun star Hideyoki Sanada is the star of Shogun, hit show, by the way. And I think it's a hit show for a reason. Let's see here. So Sanada requested Japanese actors to play the Japanese roles, but he also wanted to use Japanese crew members who had samurai drama experience. So not only he wanted the actors to be Japanese descent, he even wanted the crew members for the show to be Japanese. And, he said, everyone listen to me. I didn't have to hesitate to say something or correct something. It was much, much easier than before. But we have history, real history, Sanada explained. We have to choose what to include to create the best episodes, what happened. So, my main point here is Hideyoki Sanada requested, he wanted Japanese actors to play these roles. And I bet you there was no backlash. There was no pushback in that idea that the work of art is going to be more sincere. It's going to be respectful. It's not going to be just acted. It's going to be embraced. I mean, these people, a lot of them are descended from these, samurai warriors in one shape or another, one form or another. And that's the same kind of energy I want Black Americans to have when it comes to our history. A Chinese man playing a Japanese character is not going to be able to deliver like someone who is professional as well in Japanese. It's just, there's going to be more, like, it's going to be more sincere, They're not getting someone having to work with their accent and then dealing with that, or getting an accent coach. It's not that, So no one had a problem with this. There is no, and this would not be a diss. Like him saying, I want Japanese actors for this role in Japan. It's not divisive. Just like any other group, they'd want their heroes to be played by the people in their ethnic group. That's natural. But when it comes to Black Americans, it's just, oh, black is black. Black is black. You know, nigga is nigga. That's pretty much like what y'all do. No one says that for other ethnic groups. Asian is Asian. No, it's only when it's us saying, hey, we're different. Historically, we had to strong arm ourselves just to be in Hollywood as an ethnic group, not just, oh, black people. No, it was Black Americans and white folks for most of the American lifespan. You know, black immigrants, Black Brits, none of them were here before the 60s for real. You know, it was not in any high number. It was like less than freaking 0.5%, you know? So we've been here and we've had to earn our stripes. And so for someone to just come here and take our historic roles and our iconic roles, knowing already that it's tough out here for actors. It's tough out here for artists. America in general, they have an issue treating Black Americans like second-class citizens. And I believe that's on every single level. So, but personally, just casting-wise, Aaron Pierre is just too light. And I know y'all, I'm sorry, it's just too light. Just like Daniel Kaluuya was too dark for Fred Hampton. It's just levels. Like it's just weird to me. Like the character is meant to be a dark-skinned character. I think I liked one thing here. So really quick, Soul comes and says, Neil, I noticed that you colored the John Stewart guy. So Neil's the guy who created John Stewart. Neil, I noticed that you color the John Stewart guy kind of a darker brown. Yeah. Well, we usually color black people a little brown. Yeah, I noticed that. In fact, over at Marvel, they color this character Gabe in the Howling Commandos gray, Y2R2B2 gray. Yeah, but are you sure you want to have him that dark? Well, yeah, most black people I know are pretty dark. There are some very light-skinned people, but not John Stewart. This character, John Stewart, was intentionally created to be darker, to represent us, because there is there's colorism in this country. And just like this conversation, oh, he's a little dark, like, the darker we are, the more uncomfortable people feel, and we can see it. I mean, everyone can see, there's colorism in everything. So this guy, he was an ally in that respect, in creating John Stewart and making him a dark-skinned black man, and for Hollywood, James Gunn, whoever casted Aaron Pierre, like, this is not it. This is not it. Like, even just what he looks like. I'm sure he's a decent actor. I haven't seen Rebel Ridge yet, but a lot of y'all are hyping it up, and man, you guys are really on this guy's freaking nuts for real. But yeah, this is not it. So not only he's not ADOS, but he's not even dark skinned. And I think that's important given like the context of it all. So anyway, I hope that maybe helps enlighten you all in looking at this and, before you get super angry. But to understand like my perspective, that it's really about self-respect. And so you can look at Sanada and his request to have all Japanese actors in the movie Shogun. There's that's not a crazy thing. Gatekeeping is not horrible. So I hope I've been able to maybe change some of your minds. Again, I don't want to start drama. I'm just mainly trying to help people look at things differently. That flat blackness creates no value. It erases culture from everyone. It just lumps black people as if we're just some large group and we all walk and talk and look the same. That's not true. Like we have a culture. We all have unique cultures. There's even subcultures within our culture. You know what I mean? People from the South, people in LA, people in New York. Like, you know, it gets deep. So like when we make movies, like it should be rooted in that. You know, it should be like, okay, if we're going to do a movie based in Louisiana, like let's get actors from Louisiana. You know, it's going to make the art more sincere than getting someone from across the pond who can change their accent to American and people applaud. Oh my God, get someone from there, you know? So just like Japanese wants to play a Japanese, that makes sense. And that's all I'm going to say. If you guys have changed your mind or like what I've said, make sure you guys subscribe and like. The goal is to get to 200 subscribers. But again, overall, I appreciate everyone who's watched this video to at least attempt to maybe see what I have to say. So anyway, that is it. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.